Smoothest is brought to you by Society Art Villeray. This exclusive gallery features local and international artists showcasing their extraordinary artistic talents. This fine gallery may also serve as a venue for your special events. You can find them on Instagram and online at societyart.ca. Thank you, Society Art Villeray. And now we return you to your podcast.
Hey everybody, we're back for another amazing episode of Let's Talk It Out. I love this podcast. I love this podcast because I meet so many incredible people, and you network, you socialize. I'm a talker. I love to talk. Quiet Vanny.
Well, in your defense, I'm a yapper too, so I mean, it should be a fun time.
Somebody in my corner. There you go, Vanny. There you go. So I will be introducing my amazing guest in a few minutes. Why? Because I want you to be anxious. I want you to know what is going to happen tonight. I know Steph knows. Nobody else knows. Well, people who know you who know.
Well, yeah.
Yes, but they're going to know you very, very soon. More people are going to know you very
hopefully
soon.
so.
And there you go.
I hope I get to know them sometime. Eventually, I get to meet them. So that's pretty much the point too, you know. Reach out to people, reach people, and hopefully, well, put the word out there and get to know them.
Exactly. And
That's
we're
the
going to
goal.
do that. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
But before we do that, before we create any more hype, because we're already hyped, you know that. I would like to thank our amazing sponsors, because without our sponsors, you know, we would love to do this, but the sponsors make it that much more fun because they encourage us and they support us, which we totally appreciate. And our first sponsor, and she is a new sponsor. Welcome, Maria Mariani. Thank you so much, Maria. Now, Maria is really incredible. She is a real estate broker from Remax Dynasty. She knows her stuff. So I've known Maria. She's a sweetheart. She is very much into her clients, their needs, servicing them in terms of finding the house to buy, to sell. And not only that, she works with the Magri Group. So she's also part of the Magri Group.
That's a whole package.
That is a package, but it's not done yet. She works as as part of the sales team for Cité Centrale Groupe Magri and the new construction in St. Leonard. Wow. So she is quite...
so she sells all the condos
yeah,
so
amazing. She's very well informed, and anybody who needs any information, she is definitely your go-to. She is fabulous. She is highly, highly dedicated to her work as well. So you're in good hands with Maria. In order to contact Maria for any of your real estate needs, you may do so at 514-360-4332 or her cell number 514-237-1736. Thank you so much, Maria. You're awesome. You're a wonderful person, and we truly appreciate your sponsorship. Thank you. And our second sponsor, this place is a definite go-to, Restaurant Luce in Repentigny.
Yes, newly opened. I mean, it's not newly open, but it's not that long.
It's not that long that it's open, but rave reviews. If you go online, the reviews are very positive. Apparently the decor is very trendy, friendly service, very professional, and the cuisine is a classic Italian cuisine. I don't know who doesn't like Italian, but
I know Leonard. Leonard is Leonard Iacono. He's
very good.
Wow. Wow, so good. Like, honestly, the food, I've had his food, and he's phenomenal. Nicest guy, and his food is amazing.
And he is definitely there to welcome, and they take big groups as well.
Okay.
And the restaurant does welcome and cater to events. So whether you have baptisms, birthdays, even weddings, engagements, corporate events, open for reservation. They have a fantastic menu, wide variety. Definitely the place to be. Pastas, veals, salads, you name it, they have it. So if you would definitely like to indulge yourself here, because it's definitely a go-to place, he's at 313 Rue Notre Dame, number 6 in Repentigny, J6A 2R9. Please go and, reserve even for your events. Thank you so much, Leo and Restaurant Luce. So thank you so much. And now I'm very excited to introduce my guest, because we have something happening tonight. I'm also very excited. Nobody knows, but we know. I'm excited. I would like to welcome Edgar Sodonon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh boy. Français, that's good too.
I mean, I'm a francophone.
That's awesome. Yes. And I would like to introduce that you're also a bartender.
Yes.
and an aspiring mixologist. So before everybody gets excited, because Vanny already wet himself back there. Okay.
Yeah. What can I say?
This is the right topic. This is the right topic. But
Well, actually, in the words of my dear friend Emile Vidma, I'm actually an aspiring mixologist.
nice.
Emile.
Nice. Emile, look at that.
Also, shout out to Emile, who is actually lending us
Yeah.
the location here tonight.
Exactly.
So,
Shout out. They know. They watch this
huge
podcast.
shout out to you, Emile, as well.
Yeah.
He knows that we love him so much. Him, Martin, she's
Yes,
the best.
the best.
Never hurts to reminding one more time.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
exactly,
We
exactly.
we love this place. We love Em and Martin and
Yeah.
all that's involved. Also, the owner. What's his name? I can't remember. His, it's at the tip of my tongue. Anyway.
The owner.
The owner, yes, the owner of the building with Em
With
and
Em
him.
and
Yeah, amazing people.
Amazing
Yeah,
people.
awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for reminding. It's true. So now we will begin the podcast. So Edgar, you brought in some amazing things, and we're very interested and intrigued as to what you do. So I would like to start from the very beginning on how you became interested on this path of bartending, aspiring mixology.
Well, first thing first, I actually didn't study in mixology or bartending or anything of the sort growing up. I'm from the finance industry.
Nice.
whoa.
Wow, that's a change. Wow.
I actually still work for a financial institution right now as we speak. It's actually my day-to-day job,
Nice.
to be honest. And I stumbled upon, well, the hospitality industry more than a decade ago now, close to 15 years now. And I started as a busboy.
You look like you're 19.
Why, thank you. I hope I get to keep it that way until,
Yeah, man, you look great.
for the foreseeable future. And I started actually as a dishwasher at a nightclub that was old Suco, which became Boulevard 44,
Okay.
under the leadership of Nazim Tejini, who now owns a restaurant called Hayat in Old Montreal.
Nice.
And he brought me in along with my mentor. His name is Fred Germain Tanguay. I'll get to Fred in a few moments.
Okay.
So yeah, I started there as a dishwasher, and quickly they opened doors for me. They gave me chances. They gave me a chance to learn, to progress. I became a busboy, then I became a barback.
Nice.
And I got to work with a lot of the big names in the industry as well, promoters, the Diaz brothers. What's their name? Nato Miranda, who also owns a few restaurants in the plateau as well. He owns Nikkei. He owns a couple of restaurants there. Caifan, also on the Saint-Denis and Mont-Royal.
Wow.
Delicious places, fusion, Peruvian, and
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Latin food in general, and they make amazing cocktails as well. So I got to learn from a lot of great people in the industry as well, and they pretty much mentored me. They taught me everything I knew about the industry, hospitality. I was very shy when I started in the industry. I was really a deep introvert, and they taught me to get over that.
Oh,
and
nice.
to go at the forefront, teach people. And I was put in positions of leadership as well. So I went all the way from the busboy to the manager of the place in the span
Wow.
of 10 years. So I got to learn a lot, and I got to also experiment a lot and know more about myself. So I've done pretty much everything in the hospitality industry.
Nice.
Wow.
But I was always curious, how do they do it? What's the magic behind it? What keeps the customers, the guests, as we would call them, always interested in coming and finding out more about cocktails, drinks? What is it about it that gets people coming every night, every weekend, all year long?
Yeah.
And I had amazing mentors in bartending also along the way, until I went to École du Bar.
Okay.
École du Bar is a bartending school on Ontario, near Saint-Denis Metro, and that's where actually I learned. So it was a quick program, like 2 weeks intensive. They have an exam, and they also are associated with Le Quatrième Mur, which is a speakeasy on Saint-Denis. Excellent. The most amazing cocktails you'll ever have.
Really?
Super creative, magic in the mouth. So once I graduated from École du Bar, they took me in at Dinette Marcella, which is the restaurant I now work with.
Oh, nice.
And the manager of the place is actually Fred Germain Tanguay, who was my mentor when I started in the industry.
Oh,
so as soon as I became a bartender, he was like, we need you, you're coming with us, I'm taking you in. And the thing about Fred is that wherever he goes, I'm never too late to follow.
Oh, sweet.
Everywhere he went, I kept following him. And I got there and the rest was history. So I learned under him again, under Michael O'Connor also, who's the head bartender at Dinette Marcella, a creative genius, if I do say so myself. Yeah. And from there on, curiosity.
So after bartending, like you went into mixology, or is that like, what's the difference?
I mean, it's like it branches at some points. You start off as a bartender and then you decide if you want to stay into bartending and trail your own, make your own trail, become your own specialist in your field, or go into mixology. It's similar but quite different.
Okay.
Mixology is more into the research, innovation, developing new techniques, creating new cocktails, perfecting something that exists into a whole nother experience. Mixologists are going to be the ones who actually create new stuff like molecular mixology, molecular cocktails. I even had this one time, an edible Negroni with a mixologist. It's crazy, but it happens.
Wow. Oh, no. Hey, I like Negroni, by the way. I really like that.
Well, there's Negroni and Negroni. There's having a Negroni and there's having le Negroni, you know.
Oh, okay. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
I'm not a connoisseur. I'm not that much of a drinker.
It's not much about being a connoisseur. It's having the right fit. You know, some bartenders are going to be making the same drinks, but it's going to be a whole different experience.
So, because I know there's a white Negroni and the regular Negroni. Yeah. Which one's better? Because I don't know.
I'm a classic man. I'll always go with the regular Negroni.
See?
Always.
I don't know. Because
well, I mean,
see what?
That's the regular one.
It sounds simple, but you have different gins that you can make a Negroni with. You can have different vermouth that you're going to make a Negroni with. Campari is Campari, of course. You can't change that. If there's no Campari, there's no Negroni. Yeah. But aside from that, the recipe is the same. Ingredients are different. Techniques are different. And then, stirring can be longer, shorter. Make the drink like stronger or not.
So what makes a bartender good? Like what makes, like you're saying, there's a different technique and the drinks can change.
Well,
what's the magic?
About that, my colleagues and I will have to agree to disagree. Some will say it's about the drink, it's about the technique, and it's about making the perfect cocktail all the time. To me, it's about the experience.
Okay.
Because you can go to different bars, have excellent Negronis from excellent bartenders, but you will not take away the same experience as the time you've had there.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
In cuisine, in cooking, they say that when you eat, you first eat with your eyes, then with your nose, then with your mouth. And I believe that in cocktails, in drinking, it's the same. If you're in a place that you do not enjoy, you're not going to enjoy your experience, and it's going to have an impact on whether you remember the way the drink tasted or not. If the glass is dirty and it smells because it was washed, it was cleaned with a dirty cloth or something, drink might be good, but there was something that,
funky.
That's
something funky in there. Yeah.
So you have to make sure that all the conditions are well met, so that the guest again can have a good experience. And to me, that's what the bartender is. It's a person who's considerate, who's observant, and who understands you before he puts a drink in front of you.
Oh wow. That's quite a.
It's true though. It's part of the. It's kind of like when you go cut your hair.
Yeah.
Like someone who's boring, even though it's the best haircut in the world. Yeah. That talk, that vibe, that whole feeling is super important, and that's why you keep going back. And the drinks, of course, how good you make the drink is important.
Yeah.
But remember, there's serving in a good busy place. You're gonna serve there's a million people waiting, and you're just fucking flying out with drinks. So you got to manage how much time I take per drink.
That's the thing,
right?
Yeah.
So and you can't go too fast because you want to make it tasty. But you can't go too slow because someone waits 20 minutes to get a drink, they're pissed.
And that's the thing about me too. Like even in a rush, if I have to make a cocktail, I'll take the time I need to make sure that it doesn't come back.
Okay.
Whatever happens, I'll speed it up sometimes, but I always make sure. And sometimes the guys are gonna yell at me. They're gonna be like, "Dude, make it happen, get it done." But if I put my cocktail out and the customer doesn't enjoy it, to me, I did it for nothing.
Because that's
absolutely.
You need them to have a good time, from the host at the entrance that smiles at them all the way to the cook at the back who made sure that your steak is cooked nicely.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a coordination to have. And also, I do believe that the good bartender is also a team player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to be a team player. You have to make sure that your colleagues are happy. You might have to make sure that the cooks in the back are happy too, because You can make the best drink. If the food sucks, your drink automatically sucks.
Sucks. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that,
True.
but,
Yeah,
you know.
you never thought about it that way.
So
but
at the
true.
same point, it's every single step matters as a bartender, from the smile you give to your colleagues to the way you present yourself, the way you smile at the customers. When you shake your cocktail, sometimes at school they tell you that you have to smile when you shake your cocktail. Otherwise, if you just look like you're not having a good time shaking your cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, it's part of it.
the
Yeah.
Your guest is like, you're serving me this, but you didn't really even put your heart in it, you know, like. And that circles back to something I was about to say also. As a professional, and that's not even just being a bartender, it's also just in whatever you do. There's 4 key points about what you do in life and the way you do it and what makes you, I believe in my own perspective, successful or not.
Yeah.
It's who you are, what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. Those are my main 4 dimensions.
100%,
Usually.
yeah.
Those are the ones I walk through life with, and I make sure that they follow me wherever I am. Because what you do, how you do it, and who you are will give you a hint on why you do it. Will put a meaning behind what you do.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
each of these points will also influence the other into defining if you're the right person for the thing you do, or if it's for you, or if you're on the right path.
Yep.
The Japanese have also a concept like that. That's called the ikigai. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
It's the dichotomy between what you're good at, what you love to do, and what you can make a living with. So they have that philosophy that you're happy in life once you've reached the convergence of those 3.
Very nice.
Because you can have something you do and that you're good at, but that doesn't pay much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't do it. There's always be something missing.
Yeah.
You can have something that you're paid for, that you're good at, but that you do not like to do. And that's why people often quit or go through burnouts and everything. And there's also the third one, the thing that you love to do, that you're good at, but that you're not paid for. And then, that's
Yeah,
what...
exactly.
I mean, Steph,
Nothing's good.
You know what I mean? Artists were like that. We love what we do, and we perform in it, and sometimes it'll pay, sometimes it won't, and sometimes it'll take time. Well, ikigai is the sweet spot between the 3, where you actually get to do the whole 3 and still make a living, be happy, and be fulfilled.
Amazing.
Okay, that's nice.
And I'm kind of in search of that, and I think every one of us is in part in search
Absolutely,
of I'll call that, of their own ikigai, And I'm a people person. I love to interact with people. I love being around people, but I'm also an ambivert, so introvert, extrovert.
Yeah.
And how that translates within me is that I have a hard time expressing myself through words.
Gotcha.
And trials and error, with time, I found out that the way I do it is by doing things with people and for people. That's the way I communicate with people. Like, for instance, I don't have the words to tell you like how much I enjoy being with you guys, but the way I look at you, if I give you a hug afterwards, if I shake your hand after, or even whatever I'll be making after,
It translates into it. Yeah.
I do my best to translate how I feel about things, how I feel about people, and how I feel within myself in what I do, in everything I do. And I believe that, especially with bartending, you get to do everything at the same time. Communicate with people with words, but you also get to be a person of few words when you perform in what you do and make people see that the way you do it with love, you do it with attention, and you also care about their needs. Because the first thing we always do as bartender is ask the customer, first of all, what they want to drink, but also how they would like it made. And that's how you will differentiate usually what I call, personally, a good bartender from a standard one.
The regular. Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
I agree.
Sorry, because I'm looking at
I
that.
know he's looking at that. That's what he was. And I'm very intrigued at
I'm like,
myself too.
Yeah, man.
You're curious about that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very
I'm
curious.
curious.
Would you like to get to that now? Would you like me to explain a bit about that?
I would
or-
love
I'm
it.
doing too. I
Okay.
would love to see this happen. I really would.
Okay, so today I prepared a little something for you guys, and it's actually the first time I'll be making it.
Yay!
So it's a cocktail I prepared. Put a bit of background behind it. I'm originally from Benin, which is a small country in West Africa. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's right between Nigeria and Togo.
Oh, okay.
It's actually between Ghana and Togo, since Nigeria is on the other side and you have Ivory Coast. And we're a coastal country, close to the water.
Beautiful.
And I'm also part Central African, from Central African Republic, which is basically the same country as Congo, but with a border in between.
Okay.
So basically, I'm 100% African. And
Do you go often?
I
Or
last went about a year ago now.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we try now to go every now and then. My brother moved back there from Canada. After, we've been here like 23 years now.
Yeah.
He just moved back last year. And we try to go back every now and then. And as a mixologist, aspiring mixologist, my main focus is to try to implement products from back home into what I do. You know, to also have
course.
a little something, a little beacon, so that people from back home can find themselves when they come see me at a bar or at an event I'll be working at, and something I can make it something for them. So what I prepared for you today is basically made off of products that we actually consume as food back where I'm from.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, wow.
So are you going to take us through it? You're going to walk us
I'm
through
going to
it?
walk you guys through it.
Yay.
It's a mocktail, so it's non-alcoholic. That's what I'm aiming to specialize in. So what I have, should I just bring them right here?
yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so the first one here is a syrup that's a lemongrass and herb syrup.
Okay.
So lemongrass is something very common at home. We use it as a concoction to, when you have a cold, or you know, we make some drinks with it, and sometimes also to season food.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, lemongrass, amazing.
The other one I have here is this little liquid here is a syrup that's kind of like an orgeat.
Okay.
Orgeat is almond, is an almond-based liqueur,
Okay.
non-alcoholic, and this one is from yucca.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yuca. Okay, yeah, wow.
You do know what's
Yeah, yucca.
Yucca. Yeah, yucca is a root that we call back home manioc.
Yeah.
I've eaten yuca.
Yeah.
I've never
In-
eaten it. I know what it
In
is.
Latin American food, they use it quite a
Yes,
bit.
they do have that in Latin America, and in Africa it's really big. Like we do everything. We have flowers, we eat it roasted, boiled,
good, yeah.
Cool.
like in every form. So I made a syrup out of it because it's very emblematic of where I'm from.
Of course.
And the last ingredient I'm using is this here.
Edible red clay chunks.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's clay.
Okay.
Clay.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I'll be making a mocktail for you guys with those three ingredients pretty much. So it's gonna be very much yucca forward with a hint of lemongrass and clay for texture.
What
Nice.
would you call the mocktail? Is it
I do not have a name for it. So if you
Okay.
want, feel free to pitch in on the
Yucca,
ideas actually.
lemongrass, and clay chunks.
wow?
Yucca clay.
That's a terrible name. Please don't.
Imagine the drunk guy, whatever, after
When
hey,
you have,
can I have a
no. Well,
Give me that.
well, on the upside though, it's a mocktail, so nobody will
No
ever
one's
get
gonna
drunk
get
on
drunk
this
on
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm actually working on an alcoholic formula, but I don't know.
I think if you had vodka to that, we're good to go.
Well, the thing is, if I were to use anything, I would probably use tequila.
Oh,
even
there you go.
better.
Now you got his vote.
Simply because that's pretty much bridging the gap between Africa and and South America.
sure.
Since we both enjoy yucca, we both eat yucca, you know, so that
awesome.
would kind of make sense. And that's also something I look to do as a bartender, and actually just as a professional, is to create a space for people to meet and to create meaningful connections and interactions. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna quote a contemporary philosopher of ours that's very dear to me, and she wrote, and I quote, "I believe that humans actually are intrinsically, if not above all else, meaning-making creatures.
Okay.
And because of this, our existence, our truth, and our identities are nurtured by the relationships." Are necessitated, by the relationships we nurture and the meanings we create together. And then she goes on to say, to see the world is to see ourselves, and thus to shape the world is to shape each other.
Wow.
Oh, very nice.
I like that phrase a lot because we are meaning-making creatures. We go out and we live our lives in search of and in creation of meaning and purpose in whatever we do. But at the same time, the interactions we have between each other define us as people, as individuals as well. And as a bartender, you have the privilege of meeting people at a point in time or at a space where they get away with their context. So you meet people as who they are, or as the evening progresses and as the drinks are had, you start to meet people for who they really are, and who they really are shows up as well. And you get to, first of all, meet that person that nobody has necessarily the opportunity to meet on a day-to-day basis, but also to give them a safe space to express it and to share that with other people.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
You know, I can see right now the type of person, the type of character, and the way you talk. I see why that translates into a bartender, because the way you speak is very deep. It's very profound. And that same depth I see based on your creations or what you intend to create. You transmit that into your craft. And based on our discussion prior and what I'm seeing now, I can understand why you chose that field, right? Because you hone into, and you're very focused, and you're very, not pointu, but very, you analyze.
Yeah.
And you can see that.
I like to say I pay attention.
That's
pretty much,
that
you know.
too. There's a focus. There's
Yes,
a focus.
absolutely.
There's a focus.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
I'm still thinking of the name, Yuck Yuck.
No.
No.
Red yucca, red.
No,
I'm
it can't
looking
be
at
too,
that.
can't be too complicated.
No, it's not complicated.
I'll
don't
come
know
up with
who are
something
thinking.
eventually,
Yeah,
you know.
man,
I'll
yeah.
come
The
up with something
grassy yucca.
eventually.
We'll sell it. You'll
I don't
sell
know.
it, man.
Yeah. And the other thing is also, I believe that it's important in whatever we do to pay attention not only to what people say, but to what people do not say.
Yeah.
You know, and we also have a responsibility as a bartender to pay attention to people for what they say and do not say, just because, first of all, their safety is in question, and we also make alcoholic beverages, so it's also our responsibility to be checking on them, making sure that they're okay, making sure that they haven't had too much, making sure that they don't become a danger, a hazard to themselves or others as well.
Others, yeah.
It's true. Yep.
So I do believe it does take a lot to be a full-fledged bartender. And that's why I chose that route rather than full-on mixology, because at the same time, again, I go back to who I am and to how I do things and to why I do things. I'm a people's person. People matter more. If there wasn't anybody to taste my cocktails, what would I be doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I see an element of psychology, philosophy, astronomy, like all the E's
All
are
the E's.
coming into the bartending. Oh my God. That's a full-fledged workload there. That's a course. That's like a university course right there.
I mean, that's a way of life,
Yeah.
pretty much. You know, and I do believe that in order to put yourself in this position where you get to grow and learn in what you do, you have to also be able to, again, open up to new things, to people. And I also get to be thankful because every single person I meet will have an influence on how I grow as a bartender, to what I learn and the way I decide to do things. And as a person, but also as a professional, I think that's something to be really happy and excited about every day, you know. So
It's accomplishment.
Yeah,
It's an
definitely.
absolute accomplishment. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm very excited. And I'm very excited to see how you do it.
okay,
Yeah.
shall I get to it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'll just go grab.
Oh,
few
okay.
things
Just watch
right
the
here.
microphone.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that out right here. I'll put this down, you guys. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, camera's on you. What do you think this drink is going to taste like?
I think it's going to be phenomenal. I love the whole concept of how Edgar's bringing everything together. And I see that there's a vision. I see there's a vision that's happening when he brought out the ingredients, and even the way Edgar speaks on being a bartender. I see that there's enlightenment there. You see that twinkle of possibilities are endless, and I like that philosophy. I like that ideology, and I like the quotes that are actually brought forth as well, because they're very eye-opening, and it goes with his profession. It goes with, you know, the passion that you see behind as to what he does. See, I don't have the patience here to really just put a glass over there. This is probably why I wouldn't have made it as a bartender. Oh, you have to do that like hippie shake thing in front of the camera. I want
It's to save my life.
Really?
Oh, no,
I want to see. I want to see.
The job I should never try.
Really? Oh, this I'm very curious about. Nobody knows what Edgar's doing. I don't want to say it just in case it's a secret ingredient, but I'm very, very curious as to the ingredients that are going into this. And you know what? For some reason, I'm getting hungry while you're doing that. So I'm very intrigued by this year. I'm still trying to figure out the name. I'm still trying to figure out a good name for this.
Yeah, we gotta market this.
How do we talk? Okay.
Oh wow, this is.
So we can put a bit of your name in, like Edgar, Edgy,
Yeah.
Edgy. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna break.
No, go
It's
ahead.
okay,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay,
It's
don't
all
worry
good,
about
man.
it.
It's all good.
The Edgy twist.
The
Edgy.
Edgar.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say Edgar's name. I want to add a bit of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at a blank. See, I find that the more I try to concentrate on it, it won't come. And then all of a sudden during
Well, it's because I'm thinking of yucca,
Yeah, I know, me too.
right, and the lemongrass, but it's mainly yucca. He said that it's heavy on the yucca part.
The sweet edge. How about sweet
The
edge?
sweet edge.
Yeah.
That could be good.
Because yucca's sweet,
You know what? I
right?
think maybe a name will come with the taste. Maybe you might have a.
Yeah. I love this. Look at this. This is awesome. I think I like sweet edge so far. So far, I think that one's the
But
winner.
you need to taste it. You need to taste it.
Yeah.
So,
I know what that is.
the first thing we're gonna do is
Oh, well, put your
We're
mic
gonna
back
put
on.
your mic back on, yeah.
sorry about
So we can hear
okay.
your mixing stuff. This is so cool.
here. Fine. Am I good?
Yeah, it'll be
Am I
fine.
good? Okay.
You're good.
So I'm just gonna take a few rings off. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is use 2 ounces of the yucca syrup right here,
Okay.
in here, up, and then a nice little ounce of my lemongrass syrup,
So it's 2-to-1 yucca to lemongrass.
pretty much.
Okay.
Well, this one I'm gonna use a bit less, like 75, 3/4 of an ounce.
3/4 of an ounce. Okay.
A few dashes of the lime just to put a bit of acidity in the cocktail. Not too much. We do not want the lime, the acidity to overpower anything.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have our Noah, a non-alcoholic gin. That's a very important component as well, since we make mocktails. Cocktails. We're mixologists here, so I'm gonna use 1.5 ounces.
Okay.
Drop it right in here, and now
This is so cool.
An egg.
Whites.
Egg
just
white.
1 egg white in here.
That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that
You can put it in this glass. It's okay.
in this glass
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll be right over.
Sure.
Oh, Mike.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, Lisa, if you don't mind, I'll just take your jug.
Go
Sorry
ahead.
about that.
Go ahead.
I'm
go
just gonna
ahead.
steal that here. We're gonna do something that we call dry shaking. That's just
Dry shaking.
yeah.
Dry
That's to make the egg white foam.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
So we dry shake
That
for a
looks like a
small
lot
bit.
of work.
I know. You don't have to go to the gym.
I did put on some muscle when I started bartending. I'll be honest with you.
Arms must hurt, eh?
You know what? You get used to it over time.
And then you
Now
add
we
the
put
ice
the ice
after.
in.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I need to get me one of those. Of course, I
And-
don't drink, but that's pretty cool. Let's take it.
Then you shake. You don't forget to smile.
Oh my god, I smell it. That smells so good. It smells really good.
Okay.
I'm very curious. Oh my god, that looks really
now-
good.
And you do a double strain in it.
Oh my god, that looks awesome.
Okay, it's very, very white, eh?
It is very light.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'll just put this in here, not to. Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good.
There we go.
That looks really good.
Oh, look, he's ready. He had it. He had it. Look at that.
Oh my god, okay.
Now I just add a few drops of my special mixture here. It's pretty much coloring, but I cannot give you, unfortunately, the recipe to this one.
Okay.
There you go.
I swore I wouldn't give it away. Fred would kill me.
Oh no.
He really would.
Understandable.
And now, sorry about that. We're just gonna add our garnishes. So, a dehydrated lime. And I will.
Oh yeah, cool.
Let's not forget the clay.
That's pretty cool. Oh my god.
That's actually the first
awesome.
time somebody can say that they had clay in a cocktail.
Oh my
How
god.
exciting is that? And we grate it right on top like this.
Oh, that is so wild.
Okay.
That looks really good.
And last but not least, just for an aroma enhancer, I just burn a stick of lemongrass here.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, you warm that up. Okay.
Also, it will stiffen the tweed. So if you want to mix your drink
You know,
with that afterward.
What's funny is we have the purolator guy behind you, and he's been delivering parcels for like
Thank
10
you.
minutes.
You can mix in the clay just to add a bit more texture to your foam.
Okay, so
you
I
want.
can use the burnt part, or
Well, it should be cold by now since it's a
okay, so I
small
can
bit.
mix it like this.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And as we say, please enjoy. You can also put down your lime wedge right on here on the cloth.
Oh nice. This is so
And
cool.
well, you get to try it first. So tell me what you think
I'm
about
trying
it.
it first. Fanny, you want to try it?
I will try it.
And I also invite the customer, well, the guests
Yeah.
actually, to add a bit more clay if they would like, for more texture and also more color to the foam.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to think of the name.
You'll taste it, and then you'll
Yeah, I'm
know.
gonna taste it. Oh my god, I'm drinking clay. This is awesome. Oh my god, that is awesome. That is so good.
Is it? Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, this is,
That is really good.
so that's what I do.
Wow, this is awesome. I could just imagine real vodka in here. This would be great. So I can see the name with the word foam in it.
So you see, you have the bit of thickness in color also. It looks like kind of milky even.
It
And
does.
that's the yucca actually in there coming in kind of, again, thick like an orgeat. And the foam on top also gets a bit thicker thanks to due to the clay and the egg white as well.
Oh
So
my
they
God,
mix really
that's
well.
good.
And you also
Oh
have
my
the
God,
hint
that's
of
really good.
lemongrass in the
Yeah.
back. And I did not add much lime to it because, again, lemongrass is already has already that lemon lime type of flavor, type of aroma. And I actually make the syrup with lime zests as well.
Okay.
This
wow.
is perfectly, I have to be honest, this is perfectly done. Like, I cannot even tell you, there's nothing better, like it's perfect.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
Well,
and
if
you can
to get my
taste-
vote, that tequila one with that is my vote. But that's just me.
No, but I'm telling you, this is extraordinary.
Yeah, I'm glad
and
you like it.
I actually, you put into example who you are right here.
It's actually, this was a labor of love. It's actually the most personal cocktail I've ever made. It's the closest to home as well. And it's the first one that I actually made all the ingredients, almost all of them, from scratch.
Right. Oh my
Aside from the
goodness.
non-alcoholic gin, everything was made from scratch.
Wow.
That is amazing. So aside from this, can you give yourself one signature drink that you've created so far?
Well, I'm happy that you bring it up. I actually also work at for the Rhythm and Brunch event
Oh,
with my
nice.
colleagues
Yeah.
from Rhythm and Brunch. So you
Yeah.
might know Jonathan, Joseph, and Clarence as well. And I also made the cocktail lists for the event.
Oh, sweet.
So-
Very nice.
All of their cocktails are actually my originals as well.
Okay, nice.
Most of the cocktails usually will have a base from something that already existed, but we add new ingredients to it. We create some stuff. We make revisitations from them, and so on, so much and so forth.
Okay.
And that's pretty much how new cocktails are made as well. Sometimes they're riffs off of a classic or remixes, like we like to say now. That's what the new folks say now. So yeah, so most of the cocktails at Rhythm and Brunch, which happens every last Sunday of the month, in Le Village, are cocktails I made.
Nice.
Wow.
I would love to know how it is that you create.
Well, how much would that cost, if you don't mind me asking? How much
It's
would one of
good.
those cost? Like, what would it be sold at in a...
Listen, Seb, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's absolutely none of my concern.
Well, no, you know why I'm asking? Because it is made with love.
Yes, it is.
And every syrup in there is made.
But you.
Yeah.
So there's a price for that, you know, like a hand-painted sculpture or something that passes in a machine is two different things, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be, you know, a monetary value to that, because that's.
Well, you know, yes, I put it bluntly, yes, there is. Now, if I'm a number-savvy person, not at all, not by any stretch of the imagination, but let's say, usually when you make a cocktail in any setting right now, prices do vary between $15 and $20.
Yeah, that's true. Probably. Yeah.
So that's pretty much what people tend to go for in terms of not only cost efficiency, but also in terms of labor, you know, to make it make sense.
Gotcha.
Personally, I just want people to enjoy their time, like have as much fun. If I was a millionaire, to be honest, I'd still bartend for free. I'd just
Really? Oh my God! You see?
without a second thought, of course I would.
That's coming from somebody who's passionate about what he does.
But it's also, I benefit a lot from people. I benefit a lot from meeting people. If I am who I am now, is thanks to people that I've met along the way who made me into who I am right now. So I believe at some point you just do what you love, and doing what you love and making sure you thrive in it is your way to give back for all the experience and all the way and all the, for the journey, you know, and the people you met along the way. It's a tribute to people, you know.
That's beautiful. That's well said.
You have to.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
You have to pay tribute in some way.
I think that's fantastic. And I'm telling you, like, I don't even want to finish. It's so good. It's mine. Get your own, Vanny.
I have another glass. I'll make you one.
Sweet. Amazing. Amazing.
Definitely.
This is mine.
And I mean, we have still a lot of ice, so.
Cool.
So yeah.
So I think we have a game.
Yeah, we don't have much time, but we can do it if you want to do the game.
Yeah,
or
just-
you know, to be fair, I'd rather get that question you were
I
asking.
love games also.
Okay, so we can ask one or two questions. The creation game, right? How he comes up, how he
Yep.
creates it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, bartending is pretty much like cooking, except you cook liquids, you know. So it's pretty much finding the base, what you want to cook. Like a cook will tell you, okay, today I'm going to make you chicken, or I'm going to make you fish, you know. And for me, it's the same. Okay, I'm going to make you a cocktail with vodka or whiskey or bourbon or cognac, for instance. And depending on what your base is, and also what the person across is feeling like.
Okay.
Sometimes you're going to meet someone who's going to say, okay, I really want something simple. Just make something with gin, sweet, and floral. You know, that's usually what people ask, like sweet, floral, not too citrusy. That's
Okay.
that's pretty much what everyone asks. But sometimes you're going to have someone who's going to tell you, okay, Edgar, I had a long ass day, and make me something strong with dark, like rum. I want something, you know, like that's gonna get me seated. Sat here for a few hours trying to finish it. You know, like I want something hearty. You know, and then you ask, do you want something more again floral? Would you want something acidic? Do you want something sweet? And depending on what they give you, you know, you make something along with it. Sometimes you already have the cocktail tailored for it, or sometimes you're gonna have to make something. And also, it's not because somebody wants a cocktail that they're gonna want it made like standard. You know. One of the most, the best like cocktails is the old fashioned. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's will at some point say, okay, I want to try an old fashioned or a martini, for instance.
Yeah.
I have that friend who loves her martini extra dirty with a minimum of 4 olives. Some people are going to say, yes, but I want a gin martini, not a vodka martini. And you know, it depends. And depending on what people want, and also on your inspiration, on how you feel, you make do with it. Now, you know that there's some stuff that go or work better with another. For instance, you're not going to try to make an espresso martini with tequila. There is a cocktail probably that's made that way, but it's not the classic way, not the standard way. So,
wow, that's a lot of recipes.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, you're gonna want to, for instance, pair your chicken with white wine. That's usually the way people do it. Some people are pretty much heretic, or gonna want it with any wine they want. But you know, there's rules and there's order in it, and you know that there's flavor that are well paired, that work well. Some spices again, and it's the same in bartending and mixology. Actually, you know, there are some rules, and sometimes you will be able to bypass certain rules by applying your own tweak. For instance, you know that when you've made your plate too salty, some people are going to add a bit of sweetness or a bit of acidity to counterbalance. And it's the same when you make cocktails. Sometimes you're going to have something that's maybe too sweet, so you're going to have to maybe add a bit more of dilution or acidity or alcohol and such and so forth. So, you know, there's conventions and there's also, quote unquote, techniques that you learn along the way. Some are standards and some also you create for yourself, you know.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's do this. This is called a rapid response.
Oh,
So I'm going to ask you one or two questions, and it's a name three things, and as fast as you can come up with them. So I'll give you an example. I'll ask Lisa, name three things that make you laugh.
You?
That works.
My boxers, because they're clowns. They're honestly they're clowns. And Seinfeld.
Ah, there you go. That's
Okay.
funny. Okay, Edgar, name three things that you can't resist.
a hot shower.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hot shower.
Yeah.
Game night with the guys.
Oh.
They ask me out for a game night. I gotta do it.
It's gotta do
I
it.
gotta do it. And another thing that I can't resist. Oh my God. Food.
There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm
That
down with
works.
that.
I mean,
I'm gonna ask.
let me just specify my mom's food.
There you
Ah,
go.
there you go. That's what it is.
Mama, that's for you.
Mommy
my
always
mom's food.
says-
Any day.
I would love to try your mom's food.
Yeah.
You would.
Let me know when. I mean, what? Okay, how about this? Lisa, name three things you would do on your honeymoon.
Three things I have to drink mocktails. Made only by Edgar.
Yeah.
There you go. Swim, because I have to keep it G-rated. And
You don't have to. And ride ponies.
that's right.
Ponies.
Ride pony
Ponies.
horses. Pony horses.
Not horses,
Yeah.
ponies.
Yeah, that too. With or without the saddle.
All right,
Okay.
Edgar, name three things that you would do in a bar.
Clean.
Yeah.
I gotta clean. I gotta keep it clean all the
that
time.
shit.
Also, yap. I'm a yapper. I gotta talk to someone. I just need to talk to somebody. And the other thing is, at a bar,
Yeah.
clean, talk to somebody, and
Make drinks.
That's basically
yes.
it.
Depends if I'm in front or on the other side, on one counter or the other side. But usually I'll experiment. I always need to experiment. Every shift I have to try
Something new.
Something new.
to make something new out of something that exists, or I try stuff.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
I gotta experiment.
Lisa, name three things that you can cover in chocolate.
Me.
Wow.
Works.
It works.
Well, when you're making cookies, sometimes, take
Yeah.
the finger,
Yeah. Okay.
cover in chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Strawberries. And ice cream.
Oh.
You can cover it in chocolate. Yeah, that works. That
Fun
works.
fact is, I strongly dislike chocolate.
My daughter, too.
Wow.
My daughter's not a chocolate lover.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edgar, last one goes to you. And where is it? Oh, yeah. Name three things that make you laugh.
Chris Tucker.
He's good.
Chris Tucker is hilarious every time. I mean, I was gonna say Bernie Mac, but I mean,
Yeah.
Chris Tucker's. I mean, something that made Chris Tucker failing. When I fail at something, it always makes me laugh because you gotta learn to laugh at yourself.
At
if you
your
wanna laugh at.
That's
100%.
And another thing that makes me laugh, animals.
Yeah.
Animals all the time.
You watch
Not
all
just
those funny
dogs,
cat videos and stuff.
When you used to watch TV, AMV, America's Most
Funniest video.
video.
There we go. Those are the ones. The one with the animals, I could
Those
watch.
are the best.
Oh,
Again,
those are
today, I still could. Animals,
Yeah.
definitely.
Funny.
I love it. That's great.
Good.
That's awesome. Where could we find you, Edgar, if anybody's interested to learn or even contact you for an event or whatnot? I don't know if you do them.
Well, I can be found on Instagram, of course, d.awalker on Instagram. That's my handle, as they call it.
Okay.
Also, I'll be again at Rhythm and Brunch every last Sunday of the month.
Okay, amazing.
Again, the information can be found online at Welcome to RNB.
Okay.
I'll actually be here again next Saturday
The
for
15th,
for
yeah.
Emil's Emil's
Nice.
exhibition, and I'll be making cocktails again. So if you want to try this one, you can come to the event. I'll be making it as well. And aside from that, Dinette Marcella this summer, once my dear beloved baby is out.
Oh.
Yes, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you so much. So once our darling is out, I'll be back there, usually on Friday nights, maybe Saturdays, will depend if Fred is having me back. I hope he does.
Yes, you.
So yeah,
Guaranteed.
that's been much it for now. And of course, get in touch with me, ask if you have events, weddings, anniversaries, not bachelor parties because
Gets crazy.
no, we're too old for that now. My back is really any type of events, even just social events, birthdays as well. I do those, and yeah, that's
awesome.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Well,
That
thank
was
you for
awesome.
having me, of
It
course.
was great. It was great. This is mine.
Thank you. It's
This
yours,
is mine.
all yours.
Very, very good. So thank you so much. Very, very inspiring. It really was. And I thank everybody else for watching and just taking part, because this was fabulous. This was good.
a
And
lot of
it's
fun.
very tasty. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vanny. Thanks to our sponsors. We will catch you all on the next episode. Take care, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.